Ready to go? Ready to go?
So the Bucks win the tip. Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. And it's Monroe in at the 5 down low.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
And so here is Oklahoma City.
And when it comes to Michael Carter Williams, guys, I feel like people either love him or they don't buy him at all. I mean, he has the size, he's a good athlete, he plays hard, but he's also had some injuries and he's been very inconsistent at times.
And Parker, here we go. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Pass to Waiters. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
That's an efficient start for them offensively, working it inside for the easy 2 points.
And Clark, that's what you like to duplicate time and time again for the rest of the game.
And there's the foul. That's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And so it's Milwaukee now. 6 on the shot clock. It's Parker with the drive. He came off the screen and finished with authority.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there. A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo dishes to Parker. The shot misses. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Well, Milwaukee last year became just the 9th team in NBA history to go from Greg being the worst in the league to a playoff team.
Unbelievable what they accomplished. And they had a tough matchup in the first round with the playoff season Bulls, however. Things didn't go well, but they did get some valuable experience from that effort.
Well, as you said, guys, I mean, the Bucks struggled early in their series against the Bulls, but they got the momentum and forced a Game 6, but then were blown out at home to end the series. Ended up losing by 54. That's right, 54. Wow.
That one is off.
And as you said, the Bucks lost on their home floor. One thing about that series is the Bucks introduced their new logo. They gave away free playoff tickets to anyone that turned in their old red gear. Not a bad deal in my book.
Now here's Carter Williams. And it's Monroe at the elbow. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's Durant. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And so it's Milwaukee now, following the score by Oklahoma City.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
The Thunder with the lead. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Plumlee, he's checked in for Monroe. Johnny O'Brien comes in for Parker. Jared Bayless is checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Ennis in for Carter Williams. Fires from deep.
Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder and finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for. No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
Well, that's a bad miss right there. I mean, you'd like to see him be a little more assertive when he has such good position.
The shot's good from Cantor.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Bryant the pass to Antetokounmpo. And it's Bayless in the corner. It's good. The assist that time for Menace.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Payne kicks to Morrow. Plenty of space. Kept alive. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And that is good. Morrow's got 5 points so far.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities. And fancy finishes like that look great, but, man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
Collison kicks to Singler. And not sure what he was thinking there. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
Knocked away. And so the first quarter is in the books. Thunder lead by 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Thunder.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Thunder. Inside, you've got Ibaka and Canner. Westbrook the point with Waiters at the 2. And it's Durant in at the small forward position. When you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. Offline with his 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
From 15 feet away, the kick out to Westbrook. Waiters dishes to Westbrook. Over Parker. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And for Westbrook, he had some high praise. Allen Iverson said he's a huge fan of Westbrook and sees so much of himself in him, mostly due to how they play with heart. I'll tell you the other thing. Allen Iverson I always felt was the most intimidating small guard in the history of the league. Russell Westbrook rapidly trying to claim that honor.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Cantor.
I was thinking back to that Iverson quote on Westbrook. They play with that same fire. The styles in which they play are different, but you can see the intensity is the same between them. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate. with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Feeds it to Middleton, and he gets it to go from the corner.
Even though it went down, I don't think that's the kind of look they should be settling for.
Here's Augustine. No luck, and Milwaukee will come the other way.
And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once and had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that he knows how to get the most out of his teams.
Bucks trail by 8. Antetokounmpo passes to Parker. It's tipped. Here's Middleton. Another miss by Middleton.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
A nice shot by Collison.
Great pass that time by DJ Augustine.
Carter Williams kicks to Middleton. Back to Carter Williams. The Bucks working the ball around. Antetokounmpo dishes to Parker. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. Cantor's got the lead up to 10 now for Oklahoma City. Middleton for 3. Another miss by Middleton.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker.
We've seen a lot of silly plays like that out of them today. Just way too many.
Anthony Morrow's checked in for Augustine. And then for Milwaukee, Plumlee comes in for Jabari Parker. And it's Tyler Ennis in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Thunder leading by 10. And watching Nick Collison, he makes all the hustle plays, all the little plays, the things that really will not show up in a score sheet, stat sheet. For over a decade, he's had that role and embraced it.
And Kevin, the other thing he does as a veteran is a coach knows what he's going to get. He doesn't make the mistakes that some players make. And while he's not going to be a great scorer in the post or a high-flying rim protector, his game really is built on intelligence and toughness. And so positioning for charges, making open mid-range jump shots, all the unsung things that help a team win games.
Morrow, that's a two-pointer. And the shot falls short this time.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
That's good. Now just a 5-point Oklahoma City lead.
You know, on the topic of Nick Collison shooting, last season was his only real setback. Only shot 42% after having a career 54% shooting percentage. But he's up slightly in most other categories, especially the ones based on hustle and effort.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City.
And when you talk about Nick Collison, every team needs someone like him. He's focused, unselfish. He's that hard-nosed big with just enough skill to bite you when you forget about it.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. O'Brien, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Bayless comes in for Michael Carter Williams. Outside Westbrook. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the half. 6 on the shot clock. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Bucks trail by 5.
I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
So do I, Greg. I mean, I agree with you. They need to get a quick look and then try to get another possession after that.
Now here's Ennis. Middleton inside the three-point line. It's good, the assist that time from Ennis.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Westbrook passes to Waiters. And he can't stop the run as he misses. There's the triple. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. For three, Durant. No good on that last second attempt there. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Oklahoma City out in front, up by 3. Time now for the halftime break.
OKC, make some noise.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Greg Monroe with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, he's been a revelation tonight, almost scoring at will in that first half.
Really hard to fathom he'll be able to keep it up for the next 2 quarters, but, you know, you never know. It could be a special night for him.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
Monroe has been putting up some strong numbers. He's got 8 points, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, and that's just a small part of what we've seen, but it's been a solid contribution defensively.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. And it's Monroe in the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And boy, how good was Chris Middleton last season? In the offseason and became a much stronger defender. Now he's one of the more promising 3-and-D guys in the league.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though.
Westbrook with it. Now defended by Carter Williams.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Bucks trail by 7. From the arc. The shot no good. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Westbrook. The basket good off the assist from Durant. And now it's a 9-point Thunder lead.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
You look at Kevin Durant, and he does have a bit of an unusual body type. Still is fairly thin, even after 8 years in the league. Yet, up until last season, he'd been one of the more durable players in the league. Kind of like Reggie Miller in that regard.
And Monroe kicks to Carter Williams. Out to Parker. In the corner, Middleton with it. Bangs home the trifecta. Middleton's got 10 points.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Talking about Durant's physical makeup, some scouts were actually worried about his athleticism when he declared for the draft after just 1 year at Texas. At the NBA Combine, Greg, you were talking about this. He posted some of the worst numbers of all the top prospects.
Yeah, he did, but I tell you what, he did blow people away with his length. 6'10", with a 7-foot 5-inch arm span. I mean, that makes up for a whole lot in this league. And as we've seen throughout his Hall of Fame career, I think it's worked out pretty nice.
I think it has too. The Bucks making a switch here. Bayless is checked in. Puts up a three, and that one's good. Bayless has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
For Bayless, it was his 6th team in 7 years last season. A good utility combo guard to have. He can score, he can make plays for others. He's really defined his role in this league.
The Thunder leading by 8. And Augustine kicks to Payne. Singler outside. Puts up a three. It's rebounded by Carter Williams. Talking about Jared Bayless, some thought he would be a star when he first entered the NBA, and he certainly had his moments, Greg, but inconsistency and turnovers have kept the lid on his progress.
Yeah, well, where I like Bayless is in spot plays. You need a lift, you need a spark offensively. You go see Jared.
You can tell they're much more comfortable here. They look at ease. It seems like it took them the entire half before they finally shook the cobwebs. They came out sluggish and didn't shoot it well in the first half at all.
Carter Williams against Augustine. Just 5 to shoot. Antetokounmpo dishes to Monroe. No good from 18.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Singler with it. He's picked up by Parker. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Bucks. Parker's got 3 rebounds now in this one. A 3 ball. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Bayless.
And you talk about getting back into the game, folks. 3 is better than 2.
Always simple math. That's that UNLV education coming to play. He knows all about that as well. Most of his points have been 3-point shots.
Come on now. We got calculus at our school.
Jabari Parker as a rookie, drafted number 2 overall behind Andrew Wiggins. Clark, there was much debate about which of these players, which of these prospects would be better NBA players. What do you think?
Well, I think both show they're very capable of being stars in the league. Parker got off to a great start, averaging 30 minutes a game until, unfortunately, he had the ACL injury. And Wiggins, conversely, went on to have a big-time season, winning Rookie of the Year.
Ennis passes to Parker. It's good, the assist that time from Ennis. Ennis has got 3 assists now in this one.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep. And when you compare Wiggins and Parker, really 2 different types of players. I mean, Wiggins has...
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Bayless misses the shot. And that's going to do it. And we're set to start the action up here in the 4th quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Here's Carter Williams. Nick Collison out there with Ennis Cantor. Then it's Payne. Then it's Kyle Singler. And it's Augustine in at the point guard. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. Here's Monroe. It's tipped. Stolen by Cantor. Oklahoma City moving it around. And Singler kicks to Payne. The drive by Collison. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
2 shots at the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
That free throw good from Collison. Collison hits them both. Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka. All missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those three was able to finish the season.
The Thunder leading by 8. Payne with it. Kicks it to Cantor. On the wing, Singlet. Deflects the pass. Here we go, all alone. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle. His message was this: all of us know these guys are capable of exploding and putting up points in a hurry, so I don't want to see anybody letting up until that final whistle blows. Guys, back to you.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it happened while so many of their stars are in their prime.
Bucks trail by 8. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Here's Parker. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, for Jabari Parker in his rookie year, not the kind of NBA career start that he wanted. Played great. Was probably the rookie of the year up until the time he was injured. Blowing the knee and cutting his season short.
A great call. He definitely would have had a great chance. Really just made a transition seamlessly. Very efficient as a rookie before that injury, but which was a really tough thing to watch for anyone as he was showing so much promise early on in his career.
They've got the lead despite pretty cold shooting from the field in the first half, and now they're beginning to find their groove.
Heating up and looking to build on that lead.
Oklahoma City leading by 6.
And for Parker, he could have been in the Rookie of the Year running with this play, scoring just over 12 points a game and shooting almost 50% before the injury ended his season.
And Russell Westbrook again. And the Thunder lead by 8.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence. And even in the short glimpses of last season, you could see that Parker was the real deal. I mean, he had no problem finding ways to score. And even with his injury setback, he should be a great player for years to come.
Antetokounmpo again. It's Westbrook. And it's Bayless in the corner. That 3 off the mark.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Takes a 3. But they recover it. Kicks it down to Middleton. Out to the right wing. Nobody near Parker. And the Bucks miss again.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Middleton for 3. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. And here are the Thunder now. They're on a 14-6 run. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. It's Westbrook with the drive.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any...
And who could forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star break, it was just triple-double after triple-double for him. And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Thunder.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
Yeah, I'm sure they weren't. They had not only lightened the load, the bench guaranteed and actually produced the win.
They sure did.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Westbrook. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Middleton can't get it to go.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. One of the most dominant players in 2014 was Kevin Durant, of course, winning the league MVP. Then last year, cut short. We know that he's now on a mission to get back to that level. And Greg, it's hard.
Yeah, you know, it all came down to health for Kevin Durant. And at this point in his career, I mean, he's got the maturity. He's developed the skill set. He's just got to stay on the court. And really, when you talk about the game of basketball, the rest will take care of itself.
McGarry with the steal. Payne dishes to Morrow. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Copeland. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Well, I've always thought that it was good to maybe miss a breakfast or 2, but that's another story. Anyhow, you can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Here's Durant. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant.
Coming on the floor for your Thunder, Steven Adams.
5 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Vaughn on the money.
Man, they came out smoking.